I'm Adam Dickinson. I'm the founder of the Adam Dickinson Realty Group, and now proud to be a presenting sponsor of the We Find Gala this year. This is my wife, Susan.
Hey, I'm Susan Novak. Adam and I have been married for very many years, 16 years now, more than we can count. And we discovered We Find several years ago through a friend of ours who was on the Gala committee at the time. And just have been really happy and pleased sponsors ever since of that charity and love to support them. We had an experience with our own child who, right after our first child was born, he spent time in the NICU for almost 2 weeks after he was born, and we were sitting there by his crib side, sitting vigil for 2 full weeks, and it was like the most dramatic and traumatic times of our lives to be there. That said, we got to be there for that whole experience. So I think hearing a parent talk about their child who was sick and just needing to be with them and staying with them, it resonated with us and it really struck a chord. So I have to admit, that first time we heard that speaker talk, it was, it really hit our hearts hard. And ever since then, we've been proud supporters and happy supporters, and just continuing to increase our support for We Find, because there's not really much that's more important than, I don't know, when you're a parent and you have a child that's sick, to be able to be with them at that time.
Because when we were in the NICU, we noticed that there were some babies who, because we were there so often, and we introduced a number of babies who we never had a family member come visit them during the 2 weeks that we were there, that we noticed, and we were there pretty much 24 hours a day. We took 6 hours off to sleep, and so it really resonated that, hey, there's kids. We're fortunate here in the Triangle to have really world-class medical facilities. So there's children from all over the state that come here, and so it's a potentially really long and arduous trip for a lot of family members, and for those who have other kids at home. Our son, who was our first, so we couldn't be there, and we had flexibility because of my job in real estate, and Susan was on maternity, had fortunate enough to have good maternity leave. All those factors enabled us to be there, but it really resonated the fact that not all those kids had that parental support, and how hard it must be for the parents to not be able to be there with their child in their really time of need right after they were born. It's a really easy decision for me to come on board this year as a sponsor for the Gala. It's the first year that's going to be in Durham. And Durham's a town that we love, and really excited about the event being in the Cotton Room, which is a beautiful venue. Had a great experience in Raleigh, and I'm glad to be able to come to Durham, where hopefully we get more of our friends to make the shorter drive to the Cotton Room and have a really good time there. But I think an evening of good music and food, and
it's a great party.
It's a great party.
It's a really great party, and the bands and the music are usually great, and plus you really get to meet a bunch of people. I mean, a bunch of different diverse people from around, not just Durham this year, but of course Raleigh and the surrounding Triangle area. But it's just a fun event. I think everybody goes there, they dress up, and there's not that many events you get to dress up for anymore. You dress up you dress up, you get to do that, and you get to meet people, you go with your friends, and honestly, it's a great deal. And there are so many different ways to get involved, especially around the Gala. But I mean, the fun parts are go and participate in the silent auction, buy raffle tickets, go to the live auction, which is always just fun to see the excitement in the room. I mean, at a deeper level, when you sit there and hear the stories, and you just think, most of us are parents, have been a child, have known parents. I mean, we all have been in situations where we can understand why it's so important for a parent to be by their child's bedside when they're ill. And I think every time you say that, you think, oh my God, if my child was in that position, come hell or high water, nothing's gonna keep me from being by that bedside. And I think this charity just does a beautiful job of helping parents ease that moment where they might be facing a tough decision about keeping lights on, or paying for gas, or where's their next meal going to come from, and they don't have to make that decision, and they can be by the child's bedside. And I mean, in the end, it's really fun to go to the party and give, but in the end too, I just think it's such a beautiful cause. And if you think of that parent by that child's bedside, that's why you give, to me, fine in the end.